My exclusive interview with Harrison Ford. Excuse me, Mr. Harrison Ford. Fuck off. Wait a minute. What is that?
Chloe, get your tits out.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Boneyard Arcade podcast. As always, I'm Lucky Bones.
I'm Chloe. I thought you said me second. Didn't you say me second?
You did. You said Chloe second.
Chloe second. I'm so sorry.
You did good. No.
I'm Grim Bones.
Nice one. Fucking smashed it. You had one job. You specifically sat there and you were like, Chloe, this is how it's going to fucking go.
I was waiting for her to be like, and I'm Accio Titties, because she usually like.
She's Chloe. Everyone knows her as Chloe.
I know. It just spun me out. I was like, she's getting like,
hang on, wait.
Accio Titties, and then I heard, and I'm Chloe, and I was like, what the fuck?
I didn't do that.
She just got it wrong.
Jesus Christ. We are back for another episode. We took a short break last week because we had Oz Comic Con on, and we were like, fuck doing episode 11. We're going to do a wrap-up show of Oz Comic Con first, and that went well. But before we get on to Oz Comic Con, because that's the thing that we did, what did you guys get up to on the weekend? Just to, like, casually segue into this show. What the fuck are you jiggling for?
The illustrated copy of Prisoner of Azkaban came out last week. So I spent my weekend reading and looking at pretty pictures.
Oh, that's so cute. Is this a good thing? Like,
yes!
You lent me the...
Philosopher's Stone.
Shit, I had to stop and think for a second. I was just like, what is the first movie fucking called? Because in America they call it the Sorcerer's Stone.
Correcto.
I don't know.
The Philosopher's Stone.
Why is it called the Sorcerer's Stone?
The concept was that when they were creating it for their American audience, they didn't think anyone would know what a philosopher was, so they turned it into sorcerer.
Way to go, America. Way to go. I'm sure you know what a philosopher is. If you don't, let us know in the comments and I'll ridicule you in a public domain.
We'll copy it from Wikipedia.
Yeah. So you got the illustrated book and you're reading a pictures book. Is it, would you say it's a kid's book or like...
no.
Does it like transcend children's book because it's Harry Potter like in pictures?
I really think Harry Potter is just something for everybody.
I agree.
Like, I would never say it has a child's concept. You know what? This is a bad topic for me to start
Rub him
on.
like a billy goat.
If I do that, then he won't get cranky that I'm talking about Harry Potter.
Talk about Harry Potter. I'm fine.
Oh my god, our first threesome. How cute. Dance
and I'm in the middle.
Dance the meat. That's what's up. Yeah. It's not a kid's book but like it's a picture book and you get it and you think, oh, it's a picture book, it's a kid's thing, but it's totally not.
I think making it a picture book just makes it more relatable to people to read it. So
that's the whole reason I went back and started reading it. Like I was like, I find it difficult to read like block words and you're just like, here's a fucking picture book and I'm like, shit yeah.
I would start reading it again if I was like, I mean, I don't mind the Harry Potter universe, but I'm not overly invested in it. Plus it surrounds me so fucking
I know, right?
So I'm like, I don't need to go back.
I
don't need to go back and read.
You made her a broom.
Yeah, I know.
The broom's the only thing on display right now.
It's sitting there.
Everything got replaced. My quaffle is even in the closet, and it's just the broom.
They were collecting so much dust, and I was like, holy shit! You can't even see the box anymore. It's just like covered in crap. So we put it away. But I would not go back and read them now because like it's surrounding me so much. But if I was to go back and read it, I wouldn't go back and read the novels. I'd go back and read these illustrated versions because they're broken up by images.
Yeah.
And I can't focus on, like you said, like block
I can't.
words.
Small text is like, I went back and I was like, I should read it again. And then I looked at the text and I'm like, fuck that for a bag of chips.
Yeah.
So
I'll wait till it comes out on DVD and then I'll like have the book sit next to me while I watch the movie.
Well, you've watched it 3 times in cinema now, so I think
they had the original on TV the other night and I was watching it and for some reason I looked at it and I was like, I had it in my head when we went and saw the most recent incarnation of it. I was like, the old movie was shit. Yep. And then I went back and watched the old movie as a 25-year-old adult. It's fucking amazing. It is so good, and I loved the kids like as much as I do now. As like, and I looked at these kids and I'm like, I love them too. So there you go.
One thing really irritates the shit out of me though.
About which?
There was one thing in the new movie that I loved, and it was that Bill.
Yes.
And Georgie
was
so close.
Oh yeah, you felt like they were
so close. Which means that when Georgie, because obviously it's not a spoiler, it fucking happens at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
That kid's arm gets ripped off and he gets dragged down a drain.
So fucking good.
It means something to Bill. But in the old movie, Bill is such a dick.
Yeah, he's just like
such a dick.
I'm sick, Georgie. Go play in the rain and get killed by a clown. Yeah, it's like that's exactly what he said.
Such a dick, and I kind of it annoys me to this day that he is such a dick.
There you go.
Like I hate that kid. I want to punch him when he was a kid. He feels it when he's an adult.
Never ending. He's dead.
Oh, well, that's...
Yeah, he totally died.
He was in Never Ending Story, apparently. There you go.
Oh, well, look. Serves you right.
All right, on that note, let's talk about Oz Comic Con.
Such a dick.
He was a bit of a
All
tool.
right, okay. Oz Comic Con, though.
He had that weird clef in his chin. Strange. Oz Comic Con. We all went. No, it's not strange on you. You look at fuck. This is hard with 3 people. It's like
You got to focus on like
shit.
how do we say things without offending the third?
I know. It's just like
You're just like a limb, Chloe. We're just gonna cut you off eventually and pull the other one in.
Just put put a picture over here saying blocked out image or something.
Yeah.
like Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad in the South Park episode.
Look, I give it.
It'll be a sense of beep.
I give it 5 to 10 more minutes, and we're just gonna lose the Chloe limb and chuck the Josh limb in.
Oh yeah, we probably should do that.
We'll do
we
that.
have 3 stalls. We have the capacity.
Yeah, it's
All
great.
right, let's do a quick wrap up of Oz Comic Con because we did a wrap up video of it. If you want to go check it out, it's there.
There's a link.
There's
on
a
the
link
screen right now.
on the screen right
In
now.
the top
Apparently,
corner.
There is it on my face?
No, it's in the top corner. If I could put it on your face, I'd put it on your face. Maybe
Fuck.
put an arrow on your face pointing to the link.
Can we do that?
That's meta.
Can we do that? We'll do that. Put an arrow on my face
just get some babushka dolls.
and make it follow my face.
Oh god.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Can we put your lipstick dick chicken on your face?
Oh man, I love him. What did I call it? I can't
We need to do
remember.
more with him.
Anyway,
Oz Comic Con happened.
yes.
Yes.
How did you guys find? Because it was in a new location this year. It was at the ICC International Convention Center in Darling Harbour. How did you enjoy it, Chloe? First,
Me first. Okay.
if you want.
Sorry.
I think you burped, and
I
that's why I
did.
kinda,
I was
threw
trying to
to
be
you.
so ladylike
I
about
know.
it and
I was like-
hide behind the microphone. Like this is just
Hide behind the microphone, which is where the
She's
sound
burping.
goes.
No, I'm burping to the. Fuck
just-
this!
I'm just gonna hide this from everyone, so I'm gonna put it here.
I didn't put it directly in the speech thingy. I was gonna go over here, where it was a bit distant. Fuck you.
So, how did you find Oz
No,
Comic Con?
I found Oz Comic Con really fun. Went normal the first day, so I think it's always been really good to go just dressed up regularly. On the first
Civvies.
day, just to really appreciate what the con has to offer.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, so like that was always really good. Like, mind you, I feel like I did do a very quick run through. Yeah, I think I had everything done in the first 2 hours, which is a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
But then the second day, I cosplayed.
Josh, throw pictures up here. Thank you. Okay, done. Yeah. So, is it different cosplaying to when you're wearing civilian clothes? Like, I know it is, but on what kind of level? Like, were you getting more attention? You reckon? Because you were gam tits. Let's face it.
No, well, like definitely because of these. I think we had the first group of people who asked for a photo was a 13-year-old boy who was just really up in here.
That was funny though, because
No,
he
it
was
was
literally this tall, so it was perfect because he came over.
That's right. I remember
Yeah,
that. And he was
and-
staring at your boobs. He's like,
Yeah.
"Can I have a photo?" And I'm like, "Is he asking Chloe or is he asking Chloe's tits?"
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Because he
Well,
walked
like
up and
he didn't look
up.
up. He definitely didn't look up. It was just right here. And then as soon as he leaves, he's like, "Awesome gambit!" I'm just like, I know what you're thinking, fool.
Yeah, awesome gam.
Yeah, she's like, I know what you're thinking, fool. And he's like,
the boner.
you think I'm a fool, but I'm all up in here, and I don't even
He's
have
the
to like,
booby
I don't even
watcher.
have to like
He's
look.
got his own comic. Oh, did you just crack your... Oh, shit. That's dangerous. You should put padding on that.
We're losing that fucking limb in the next 5 minutes.
Right? So, how did you find it then, Dan?
I thought it was good. I like the new venue. I think it's interesting. It's in a good location.
Yes.
It was their first year. And they've got how many stories is the
ICC. I think it's like 4 or 5 or 6.
Yeah,
It's pretty
it's
big.
more than one.
It's huge.
It's massive.
It's more than one, and it's
Yes.
also more than 2.
Yes.
I think they used 2 levels this time around, and the second level was for like stages of. I think there were different talks and stuff because you did not see any of the celebrity guests having their stage talks happening in the same venue as anyone.
Yeah, there was
as
this
anything.
small like community stage where they had a few people.
Yep.
But I gotta stop drinking this gin. It makes me burp every time. But like you said, like they kind of segregated the rest of the like the panels and
Yep.
like the cosplay competition was in a massive hall on its own,
Yep.
which was really cool. But yeah, like
I think now that they've got this new location, this was their first year giving it a test run
yeah,
in this new location. I think next year they're going to have already found out what works, what doesn't work, where they need to put things, how they need to distribute the crowd so it's not too packed.
Yep.
One thing I noticed, it was darker than usual.
yeah, it was
In
quite
there?
dim inside the vendor hall.
Yeah, the lighting, there wasn't very much, and at the same time, the lighting's so high up that it lights things up, but it's also quite dark. So
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad for photos, though. I think a lot of people got good photos. But it needs more going on. There was a lot of people, but there wasn't much atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think that very much plays to your point in saying how it needs to be distributed. I think it needed a lot more organization in how it was set up.
Yeah, I think so too. It was kind of congested in walkways and stuff like that. Like, there's not a lot you can do about it. Like, as far as vendor hall goes, it's like you're going to cram a bunch of vendors in, and then you're going to cram all of the attendees, and you got cosplay, central and areas where people could do photos and stuff like that. But like, I don't know, it almost felt like the Glebe location was better. In a way, like that big outdoor, like fish smelling, like circus tent thing that they had.
It was really good in there.
Bright, and it was spacious. Like, granted, I hardly walked around.
I think they sell tickets to see these guests. They might as well put the guests on a whole different level.
Yeah.
And get people who pay for tickets to line up on the different level. And see the guests, and maybe even get to spend an extra 30 seconds with that guest, because you don't have so many con dwellers.
Yeah.
Walking around trying to get. Yeah, and so am I. And that's the thing. Unless there's someone there I want to pay to see. You get to go and see them. Like, we had the advantage one year, the privilege one year of getting. I did. I remember you guys didn't, but I got the privilege of getting to meet. What's the dude? The second most popular guy out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Orlando Bloom.
That guy? Number 2.
I was going to say Keira Knightley, and I'm like, Keira Knightley's a girl. I was like...
Orlando Bloom and Jason Momoa came out of the dressing room in the green room, and they saw... I think I was Joker that year, and they were like, oh man, you look so cool. And they called me over.
Oh, what?
And I got to have a little chat with them.
I dropped my phone and cried.
Unless you get that kind of an experience, you're paying to meet these guys, right?
Yeah.
So stick them on a whole different level and have all the lines for that down there. Because this year, Oz Comic Con had them all on the same level. You could totally get rid of that.
Yeah.
And just send everyone who's paid that money to get that solo experience away from everyone else who's just paid normal tickets.
I think that's something I'd probably pay for, like the slightly more intimate experience with people, even if it just means you'll move to a separate area to line up and wait for somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, at least I'm in line with people who are doing exactly the same thing. And I'm not surrounded by people who are screaming about trying to glomp each other and whatever, you know?
Or take those real quick like photos from the background.
We accidentally took a photo near Jason Momoa, and the volunteer that was like manning that station, she was on it. She came over and she's like, no.
Yeah, she put her hand up and shit.
Yeah, she was like, no photos. And I'm like, oh, sorry.
We weren't taking a photo of Jason. We were taking our own photo.
Yeah, it's like, we popular too, you know. I don't know if you know about Boneyard Arcade on the YouTubes.
Yeah, no, we totally.
Not only that, I reckon if they did do that separate space where you had celebrity level and then vendor level, that's more of an opportunity to get more vendors. You might have totally different experiences.
Or a wrestling ring.
Or the wrestling ring. I know there was none this year.
That's weird. They usually have it at Supernova, don't they?
Yeah.
And Oz Comic Con has them too, but they just didn't have them this year. I think they were, like I said, test running this new venue. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But plenty of cosplays, heaps of really good ones.
Yep.
Lots of cool vendors. They had some decent guests there, and it seemed like they had a lot of people looking for those guests and there to see the guests. The cosplay competition was awesome. Wiru smashed it with his gigantic
that was so great.
That was really cool.
Josh, put a photo here.
And it was just really cool to see a convention in a new location.
Yeah.
Somewhere that's pretty central, like city. It's the middle of the friggin' city.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Good. You got to cosplay for the first time. You seemed to really enjoy it.
You smashed your poses. You really did. You were standing in front of the camera, and I'm like, hit it, Chloe, and then you'd hit it, and I'd be like,
there was actually one, like, I think it was the last one we did with Nathan Atkins. I was actually really looking forward to doing it because I got very comfortable. Aww. And then when I saw the photos, I love the photos, but then I forgot I had like his wallet, my phone, and everything all packed in there, and there's just one big bulge of booty,
like the gummy penis to Milo.
It doesn't even look connected to my butt. It's just all this bulge. I'm just like, I should have emptied my pockets to get more of that whoosh.
The sweet candy. That's where it goes.
Yeah, but I definitely did have fun. Being in a group definitely made it so much more enjoyable.
It's fucking great.
How did your cable go for you?
Cable went well. I expected it to be much less much more uncomfortable, but it turned out to be totally blissful all day. I was chuffed with the way that it turned out.
Yep.
And surprisingly, people came up and they're like, fuck yeah, cable. And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm glad somebody gets it.
Yeah, I want us to do 2 things.
Yes.
I want us to do a Cyclops cable shoot.
Yes.
And then I want us to swap costumes.
And maybe Cyclops and you do cable?
And do a Cyclops cable shoot.
Yes, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm in. You'd have to airbrush the shit out of my suit though.
Yeah, that's alright. We can do that. It
looks a bit... Yeah. I stood next to you in photos and you were like fully fucking like abbed up. You were a human centipede pretty much. And I looked at me and I'm like,
yeah, but I mean, they were classic costumes, so it was okay. It worked. And that airbrushing I did years and years ago. When,
I remember.
It was a while ago. So I need to touch up on my airbrushing because right now I'm just good at doing little dicks on things.
I drew dicks on your hands. Yeah. It's in our wrap-up video if you want to go check it out.
You can check them out on it,
a distinctive big bald dick.
It was heavy on the balls, like easy on the shaft, but you know that's what you need sometimes.
Yeah.
Speaking of shaft, let's talk about the Justice League trailer.
Good segue.
You like that? There was no segue
Justice
there
League,
at all.
full of shaft.
Fuck. So the trailer came out. I don't know. Chloe, you said that you haven't seen it yet. The one with Lois Lane having the dream sequence about Superman in the field.
I've read about it. Like,
that's all you need to do. Trust me.
Yeah. No, I felt like I pretty much got the whole thing. Like, I understand that this was probably the first trailer that kind of gave you a bit of insight into what the actual story of it is after a year of teasing.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's why I've never really caught on to the Justice League trailer, because I don't find it that funny, and it's just a whole bunch of...
Yeah, it's too much. It's like, it's destruction, like, turned up to, like, 11, and it's, like, on another level where I find it hard to relate to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's apocalyptic scale of things, and I'm just like... I'm not interested in that. I think that's why I like Spider-Man so much, because he was dealing with a real, like,
situation.
Yeah.
DC's got a really good way of fucking things up when it comes to keeping things real. They've got like
a better term.
Well, they've got are they demigods?
Demigods.
Yeah.
Like, Wonder Woman is an actual god.
That's right. So they've got these out of world characters.
Yeah.
But they exist in real world.
Yes.
But for some reason, when they're having to be heroes, they are also having to be heroes in an out-of-world fucking situation, or dealing with an out-of-world villain.
Save Earth.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
We don't need to save Earth. Save a few fucking people. It doesn't matter. Save a few fucking people, but do it well.
Yeah.
For some reason, you look at the Justice League trailer, and it's like, you see a couple of scenes where they're like in a cornfield or whatever field it is, or they're, in city streets and shit. But then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, shit hits the fan. All of a sudden, the place looks like hell, and there's like fire everywhere.
And
or
flying
there's like,
people who look like wasps.
What are these things?
I don't know.
Have these wings and shit. Like, why can't it just be some bad dudes in masks? Not even Suicide Squad, which was a bunch of like more realistic people. They couldn't even fight something this worldly. They had to fight something that was from a fucking different dimension, from a different era of time that had so much power behind it.
Yeah.
Like, let's get some guys with guns in their hands, put them up against the good guys, and get the good guys to wipe the world.
It's so old school. Like, it sounds so old school to say it that way, but I totally understand what you're talking about. It's like...
I mean, you've got Spider-Man who's in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And he's doing Spider-Man shit in Manhattan.
He wants to take care of Manhattan.
Against a real dude who's found some cool equipment, put that shit on, and using it to get an advantage in life. Like...
He's doing the thing that I would do if I found shit like that from
right?
It's like, I find shit from another world, but I'm gonna keep it on Earth. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I get it. We've got the what is it, the king of the sea or some shit. We've got Aquaman. We've got... I think he's the god of the king. I think he's the king of the sea. He's got to be the king of the sea.
God of the sea.
No, I think he's the
god?
king.
He's a god.
King.
He's a god.
I don't care. He controls the under ocean bit, right?
Under ocean bit.
He does the water.
Opposed to the upper ocean.
The upper ocean bit, right? He does the water shit.
Yeah.
You got Batman who does the I'm a rich guy shit.
The bat shit.
You've got Superman who's like dead. You've got
Wonder Woman. Know he's not.
Yeah, right. We've got Wonder Woman who is she's
the
a
sickest,
god, and she's probably one of the best in the group. And then you've got Cyborg, who's just one of them throwing characters. They're like, oh, he's part of the team. We're gonna fucking throw him in. And then we need a funny guy to match Marvel's shit, so we need to get the guy in red to be the funny guy. And they throw these guys together, and then we're like, okay, so here comes a guy that's from we don't know where he's from, but he's bad. He's so bad, he's not even from Earth.
And everyone's like, oh! They're all sitting at the table just being like, yes, this is such a good idea. It's like, it's totally new idea.
Yeah.
I don't want to rip on it too hard, because no. I'm actually going to go watch it, and I bet you I'll enjoy it.
I'll watch it, and I'll probably get stuck watching it 3 or 4 times.
If anything,
1, because we'll go to review it. 2, because my family's going to want to see it. Then my friends are going to want to see it. So it's going to be like
don't have friends.
We'll see it 3 times.
That's the lesson. Don't have friends.
And it's probably going to be a 2.5 hour movie, which means I'm going to spend about 7.5 to 8 hours of my life just dreading the fuck out of the fact I exist. It's going to be an interesting experience, but at the same time, the trailer has really made it look like we've seen the same thing 8 times over.
Yeah, I agree.
With just 3 new characters on top.
Yeah.
3?
Well, like, it's always one character in every other movie. A little cameo feature from this guy.
Yeah.
Like, let's not count Batman versus Superman. That was just an amalgamation of shit.
Yeah.
But
some people like that movie. I didn't like that movie. I gotta say, I just didn't like the movie.
Which one was that?
Batman v Superman.
I couldn't do it. I've done it 4 times, but I can't do it.
Like, I think I tolerated it. I might be saying something really bad here, but I actually enjoyed it more than Suicide Squad.
That's not hard.
I put them on the same plane, I'd say.
The animated movies that DC brings out, shit all over anything that they do.
I agree. Did you see the thing for Constantine that came out?
Yeah.
I don't know. look, forgive me, don't know if he's Dark Horse, Marvel, DC, whatever, but it looks sick. So there you go. Animated, I think trumps it.
Animated is interesting, and they do it well over at DC. So
there you go.
Something to stick to.
Something else that we saw, we actually went and saw a movie. Went and saw Blade Runner 2049.
Yes.
Y'all.
Yay.
Y'all. How did you like it?
Oh, me first?
You can start.
Okay. I loved it.
Really?
Yes.
So,
like, I went out of the movie, like, because I studied it back, like, the original one back in year 12.
I did exactly the same thing, yeah.
And, like, as a 16-year-old, when you're watching it at the time, like, the concepts of that movie are a little beyond me.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
Yeah, but then you rewatch it now, then you watch this, and it's just, I had such a connection to it, and there was so much feeling in it.
It all clicked. Like, it's like, you felt like puzzle pieces were just aligning, and you're like,
yeah,
oh my God, things that weren't tied up in the original movie have been tied up now, and I'm just in there, I'm like, plus Ryan Gosling. And whatever the chick is.
Joy.
Whatever, whoever is the actress for Joy.
I'm pretty sure she's a cute Frenchie.
Needs to get in my pants immediately. All of our pants. Join our threesome. It'll be a whatever foursome.
How many Goslings out of 10?
I'd say 8 Goslings.
Ooh, that's a lot of Goslings.
I'll go you next.
Me.
What do you think?
So like Chloe, I studied it in high school. And I remember at the time, I was super not into school. I was super not into learning. Motherfucker. Whose phone is that?
I don't know.
Dan, it's your iPad.
So I studied in high school like Chloe, and at the time I was like totally not into learning, totally not into school, so I wanted nothing to do with it. So I plugged in my headphones and listened to 30 Seconds to Mars like all the fucking time, which is really ironic because Jared Leto is in it at the moment. But when I did kind of eventually pay attention to it, it was a big story and it was hard to take in. But I'm glad that I did study it back then, and because I sit there and I watch this one now, and I was like, I was fucking blown away that it's A, a sequel, and B, done so well.
Yeah. So
well. And there are like little like Easter eggs and like things that weren't explained in the first movie that get explained in the second movie. And I just feel like it was absolutely a super justified sequel. Like it stood up, and it was like, this was a big movie in the beginning, but I'm going to carry it on. And I think they just absolutely exceeded expectations. Cinematography was off the chart. Everything was a painting.
Yeah.
It was like,
ironically,
crazy.
I would actually describe it as beautiful. Like, it's not the first thing you think of when you watch that movie, but it was just beautiful.
I agree. Dan?
I had never seen Blade Runner before I went and saw Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
I always wanted to, but I just don't think it was something that when I sat down on a Friday or a Saturday, I went, I'm going to watch Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Just never happened. I didn't study it at school. I never came across it. And so going into this, I had seen the trailers and I went, this looks like a nice movie. It sounds like a nice movie. I am retro as fuck.
Yeah.
I love neon lights. I love old school synthwave music with a new school twist.
Yeah.
And you go into this movie and it literally fed me everything that I like.
Yep.
When it comes to the visuals, it was pretty to look at. It had the nice lights. It had the awesome cinematography. It had characters in there that I like. I'm in love with Joy.
Yeah, right. Everyone is. Get in line.
It was just amazing to see that. So I keep telling everyone that that asks me about this movie, they're like, well, how was it? And I went, it's food for the eyes.
Yes.
It's food for the eyes and food for the ears.
Yep.
It sounds really nice. It looks really nice. The city looks sick. I'd love to be there for 2049 and just experience what that world is going to be like.
Out of this world. It'd be crazy.
I thought it was amazing. I had no idea of what some of the Easter eggs were because obviously I hadn't seen the first one. But you can put, like, even if you've never seen the first one, you can literally go in and put together the little pieces you need to form a story for yourself.
And you enjoyed it like as a film on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciated it for everything they put into this movie. Be prepared for something long, especially because we went and they took our phones off us because we're not allowed to have them at the event.
They're like, no, you can't. And I'm like, but my friend is in there. How will he
know? How am I supposed to like make an Instagram story about the fact I'm fucking here?
How am I meant to pirate the whole thing via Instagram Live?
Yeah.
Shit.
And they did not allow us to have phones, so you don't know how long you're going to be in there for. And we were in there for
ages.
2 hours and 40 minutes or something.
Yeah.
2.5 hours. Bloody hell.
And there were some parts that really made it feel like 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes. But at the same time, if you know what you're in there watching, you'll appreciate it. If you don't know what you're watching, just appreciate what you're seeing because it was amazing to see on a screen. So
there you go.
I'd give it 8 Goslings, 8.5. And that's just because I've got no backstory.
Yeah. If you had, I reckon if you had the backstory, if you can go and sit through Blade Runner, the first one, I think you'll appreciate it even more.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I think people should appreciate is what we've got coming up next. So I think you and I are going to explain that.
Yeah. Thank you, Chloe, for giving us your thoughts on things.
Oh, good.
But we've got a competition, a giveaway coming up next. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? It's Lucky and Grim here, and we've got a giveaway thanks to our friends over at Sony Pictures. We have 3 double passes to go see the latest Blade Runner movie, Blade Runner 2049. Dan, you're going to tell us how we can win.
There are simple steps involved in this process.
There's like 3 steps.
Head over to the Boneyard Arcade Facebook page. Like the page. Tag a friend. Tell us why they are a replicant.
That's it.
That is literally it.
That's so easy.
Like the page. Tag a friend, tell us why you think they are a replicant, why they will exist in the year 2049.
That's pretty cool. You can win one of our 3 double passes to go see the movie, guys. It's out in cinemas right now. Go get entering, and good luck.
It's amazing.
Okay, we're back from our short intermission and amazing prize giveaway thing that'll obviously be inserted there.
We have a new limb.
A new limb?
A new limb.
Do we address it? Like,
this one has less boobs.
Why is he here then?
Show nip.
Yes,
Show nip. Show boob. Show bobs.
No,
Bitch
that's for my
lasagna.
Patreon. That's for my Patreon.
No, you don't have Patreon. You don't have. Dan, when are you going to get a Patreon?
What?
Are you going to get a Patreon?
Maybe.
You're such a slut.
I should.
You
I mean, I'm
absolutely-
giving it away for free right now.
I know.
Why the fuck would I not get
So
Patreon?
bullshit. Get Patreon. All right. Patreon debate for another time. We're here. We're talking about another trailer. Have some. Is that beer?
I put beer in a glass because it had ice in it and my shit was warm. So I was like,
What about you, Josh? What are you drinking? Laurie Boys. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, I'm drinking. What am I drinking?
Pale
Laurie
ale.
Boy's Pale Ale.
Okay.
Jim and Joe's.
You enjoy that. Dan, you're double parked and very loud. We're going to talk about the Pacific Rim trailer that dropped over the weekend. I think it was last Saturday. I think. Josh, have you seen Pacific Rim the first?
I have.
You have?
As it's one of your
Whoa.
favorite films, you force fed it to me, and I actually didn't hate it. It was actually really quite good.
Do you know why? Because it's a fucking incredible film. Everyone can suck a dick.
I didn't understand that there was
I'll kill
like
you.
it was news to me that there was a
Hate.
world of hate for that film.
Dude, there was
Because
so
it was
much hate.
actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's no worse than most of the other stuff that Hollywood spews out.
He's got a very good point with that.
That's true.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
But
everything
that,
sucks.
to be fair,
Suicide
in
Squad was just
hindsight,
not
the
good.
yardstick of Suicide Squad.
yeah, but fuck, it had Will Smith in it.
I love Will Smith.
So
do
do
you
I.
know what? I saw. I was watching
Why, they fight an alien.
like a video show the other day, and it came on, and Will Smith was singing the Men in Black song, and I was like, "Fuck!" It
Yeah.
was so good. It was so hot. But
To get off topic, Wild Wild West was just so annoying.
what? What?
I don't know. I
That
think
song or
no,
the-
you know, no,
marrying him.
no. You know what it is? I think I've watched that movie like 3 or 4
It's not
times
too
in
late
the
to
past
go,
month,
Chloe.
right? And I feel like now I'm annoyed because I've seen it so many times in the past month, and it's just
Yeah.
like, fuck off, man.
We watched half of it.
I know. Do you know why we watched half? Because I was like, fuck that movie.
How
I've
about-
seen it
Where
3.5
we had to do
times.
that as a school dance all the time. Like it was always a performance. There was a song for that, right?
Yeah, the wild. No,
Yeah,
not
that.
Big Scootin' Baby.
No, Chloe was singing it.
The Men in Black.
West, I remember that.
Jim West. Something.
Desperado.
That's the one.
I don't know the rest of the words.
Motherfuckers,
It is.
you're drunk. I'm drunk. He's
I'm
not.
drunk. I'm fine.
I gotta drive you
how much
idiots
Jack
home.
did you
It takes
have?
more Jack than that to fuck Mercier.
Put that on a shirt. So the Pacific Rim trailer dropped for Pacific Rim 2 Uprising, which is a sequel to the original. Let's go with Dan on this one first. How did you feel about the trailer? Have you seen the original? What did you think? What did you hate? What did you love?
I've seen the first one.
Cool.
I had both dislikes and likes with the first one.
Okay.
My dislikes were that I thought the acting was slightly cheesy.
Yes.
But that's like, I mean, that can happen in all kinds of movies, but they become cult classics.
Yeah.
And people love that shit, right?
Yeah.
And Pacific Rim, one thing I really loved about Pacific Rim 1 was that the Jaegers, the robots,
Yep.
they were like, to me, I liked them because they were realistic.
They had
They're
big
coming-
scale and
Yeah.
there was weight
They were
behind
heavy.
everything. Yeah.
They were heavy and it was hard to move that shit, but when you moved it, it was effective.
yeah.
You know, and when you punched, you fucking punched a kaiju.
Yeah.
You know? Like that shit it was feeling that punch.
Yep.
And now, like, we shared the second trailer. We love Universal, really good shit. But at the same time, we looked at this movie and went,
I'm not feeling it
I'm not feeling it.
yet.
It's-
I gotta see it.
Too agile ninja robots for my liking.
It's Transformers.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that we're not down with that.
Yeah.
Kind of.
People have said already, it's like Transformers meets Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It's like you've got a team of dudes in sick suits, and then they jump into these sick robots, and then
And they're
they
all
do some
cocky
sick moves.
dickheads.
Yeah.
Like, they're all just like, I'm here to save the world.
Yeah.
Like, they were in the original as well, but every single one of the characters, the main characters in Pacific Rim 1, I could talk about this forever,
Yeah.
they all had big fucking flaws about them, and that's why they all had to come together and work as one. Everyone in the next trailer was all like, robots.
Yeah. Can I ruin the movie for everyone?
Which one though?
The next one.
You're gonna spoil a thing you haven't seen.
Yeah.
Go, Dan.
All
Can I-
right.
Can I?
Yeah,
ruin the
fuck yeah,
movie?
why not?
Okay. So the trailer states that it is new technology in these robots that's making them super agile, and they're like, it's next level Jaeger work, right?
Yeah.
And it's now Jaeger versus Jaeger
Yeah.
because
What
there
else?
are other people who have this technology, right?
Also, the kaijus
So
were
it's like,
apparently
fuck yeah,
eliminated in the cancelling of the apocalypse
Thank
by
you.
Idris Elba.
Right.
Right. Pentecost.
But then at the end of this trailer, there's this gigantic Jaeger fucking thing. This gigantic kaiju that comes out, right?
Oh,
And it's,
right,
like,
yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
powerful looking.
Yeah.
Jaeger versus Jaeger at the beginning of the movie.
Uh-huh.
Bad guys, good guys, everyone's against each other.
Uh-huh.
Have to come together at the end to fight the massive kaiju asshole that comes to take over the world.
It's so heartwarming.
I know where you're going with this, and I hate you.
Do you think that's going to happen?
You think it's gonna fucking Voltron that shit?
No, I don't think they're going to join. No, I just
Oh.
think they're going to join as a unit, as a team.
Oh, of course they are. That's absolutely
It's
what it's gonna
good
happen.
guys, bad guys. Everyone hates each other. Wait, we're all humans. We need to take out the kaiju. And then the kaiju comes. It's like, fuck, I'm huge. And then this team
Fuck,
comes.
I'm a massive cunt.
And then this team comes and they're like, we're all Jaegers and we're going to fuck you up because we're really good at our Jaeger jobs. And then
Jaeger jobs.
and then they take on the kaiju.
I want a Jaeger job. Josh, what do you think about that? What do you think about the whole thing?
I kind of agree that looking at it, I mean, I don't remember them having rockets. No, you only
Cute.
record
Oh my
it.
God.
It's not hot when we
Our
do it.
second threesome. Yes.
Okay, yeah, go on. Sorry. I
I
was
should
just
have been the
agreeing with
meat.
you.
I should have been the meat in the
Yeah,
sandwich
we
this
don't
time
have
around.
spit roasting going on.
I
Yeah,
was
what the hell?
non-verbally agreeing. Just
We should.
Okay.
How about we make a whole segment just called the spit roast?
Yeah, the spit roast. That'll be great. It's when three people. That's what it should be. It should be two of the boys. So it's going to be you guys and either Chloe or myself in the middle. We'll call it the spit roast. Fuck yes! Oh my god! Right?
And that.
Wasn't even a white guy
Alright,
high
anyway.
five.
That was.
No, you addressed it, so now it is. So how do you
We
feel?
had to redo it though.
Okay.
It's just not white.
How do you feel about Pacific Rim?
Well, I think in the first one they didn't have flying Jaegers, did
No.
they? Yeah, because that was something that didn't sit right with me. Like the whole idea of them in my head is that they're these huge, like, enormous mechanical things that don't just like rocket about and move like a human. They're like, this is a machine
Yeah.
and it's being driven by a human,
The whole
piloted, if you will.
The whole reason that the Jaegers were designed the way that they were is that they were designed to combat the kaiju that were coming out of the ocean. And the reason the kaiju looked the way that they do is because they were coming from the ocean. And so they came through and they had the DNA of like fish and stuff like that. That's why none of them ever flew. But then Itachi in like one of the category, I think it was a 4 or something, she came through with leatherback and she had wings. She was the first fucking kaiju to have wings.
Next
They
level.
adapted.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that what they're doing with the Jaegers now? Are they adapting?
Yeah, I guess
I
you
think-
can justify that, but I still think that the charm of the Jaegers were that they were big and heavy and
Yeah.
looked human and real world. Like you could believe that in a time of need, we will craft these giant robots that will punch
That is
a monster.
absolutely what we'll do. Or we'll build a big fuck off wall.
No.
The coastal wall.
No,
the
we're not
wall
building
of
a wall.
life.
We're not building a wall.
That's what they did in the first movie. They're like, how
Get
do we
wrecked,
keep
Trump.
big monsters out? And it's like, they took the Trump
Gigantic
mentality and they're like, fucking walls. I hear it works on people. Let's build a wall to keep the giant kaiju
They did
out.
it with the rabbits. They're just scaling up.
They needed something before the Jaegers came. They needed something.
But how funny is it that
That's
they went
pleb
with
level
like,
tech, though.
to fight monsters, we create monsters of our own was one of the taglines
Yeah.
of the original movie.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, I'm glad that you took that way, but it's probably not what would have happened.
I'm gonna like bring
build
up
one giant
something
gun.
that's slightly. It's a different thought path that I had on this, and it
Ah.
was one thing that really annoyed me about another movie.
Okay.
Jurassic Park, back when we were younger, when Jurassic Park came out, it had graphics that stood on its own at its time.
Yeah.
Right? The dinosaurs were the heroes of those fucking movies. right?
Absolutely.
Then they brought out Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, more dinosaurs, but we've got another dinosaur, it's fucking special. But you know what the best thing about this movie is? Chris fucking Pratt. Yeah, that guy, he's the best thing about
He's got 3 velociraptors. He can tame them all.
He's gonna tame these velociraptors, and then we're gonna weaponize these other ones, and it's gonna be Chris Pratt.
Fight the T-Rex.
Yeah. And then they've gotten this movie, and they've done the same fucking thing. They're like, we're getting this. What's his name? John Boyega.
Yeah, he looks
Don't ask
great.
me.
I love him. He's meant to play Stack of Pentecost's son.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. But what was 90% of this fucking trailer filled with?
Boyega.
You know why? Because everyone's like, Boyega's the shit right now. We're gonna sell this movie on Boyega. You don't need to sell the movie on Boyega.
Yeah.
They didn't need to sell Jurassic World on Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
They needed to sell that shit on dinosaurs because that's what people loved in the original Jurassic Park films. Give us a fucking movie about Jaegers against the kaiju. They're heavy and shit. They're made by humans.
They're fucking heavy.
Give us a good story.
Yeah.
Give us a lead character, fine, but don't make him the story.
Yeah.
Give us a classic like Billy and the Clonosaurus.
Or Attack of the Killer Tomatoes,
Fucking dick.
where the item is the hero.
All right, so I'm gonna weigh in a little bit on the recent trailer. I fucking hated it. I hated every second of it.
And you're a massive, passionate fan about the first movie.
It's the only thing that
Massive.
I'm passionate about. You know how people pick fights on the internet
Not
about
even
things?
about me.
You told me you were going to
Don't
cry.
care about me.
I did
You
cry.
were like, yeah, you cried.
Fucking sad,
Yeah.
dude. So the reason why I'm miffed is because number one, Del Toro is not involved. And Josh just looked at his beer like it's the best thing ever.
No,
He's
I
just
looked
like,
at it because
wow.
it's empty.
Oh, okay.
My beer.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I gotta
Del
try it.
Toro's not involved, which bums me because watching the special features of Pacific Rim, the first one, I was just like, he was so heavily involved in creating not only the characters, like the human characters, but he put every bit of himself in Jaegers as well.
Yep.
And that's why, things like Chernal Alpha, Gypsy Danger Striker, they're all like, they've got characters of their own.
Yep.
In this one, I saw some Jaeger with a thing on its arm and it looked like a mace kind of thing. And then there's another one that's like doing fly kicks and shit. I'm like, Cherno Alpha would fucking walk over and it had a roll of nickels that would roll down into its fist and would fucking clobber the shit out of a kaiju until it was dead. Gypsy was meant to represent a gunslinger of the Old West in the stature and its shoulders and shit, and fucking Gypsy would walk over there and kick your shit in as well. Striker had fucking things called angel wings on the back of it and fucking it would charge at you, but they were just pummeling robots and that's what it was meant to be.
That was
And
the
now
Aussie
they've-
one, right?
Huh?
The Aussie one?
The Aussie one was
one?
like, yeah, fuck you, cunt. Yeah, get some.
Yeah.
But like they were all like they were very basic.
Yeah.
Really, but they had their own things.
That
and
was
now,
their charm.
Yeah.
They were
That was
basic
their
and
charm.
real.
That
Like,
was the
you could
thing.
believe
Yeah.
that Robot Wars exists now and
Yeah.
they're like the size of the table.
Oh, dude,
but if
Robot
you
Wars
had to
is so
fight
good.
something that was bigger than the table, you just make it bigger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It reminded me of Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yes.
Which was what humans are capable of building, because at this point in time, we cannot make karate kicking robots.
And-
Have you
Well,
seen those
actually-
robot failure videos online where they're like walking and they're just fucking like, and they fall over?
seen
We
the
are not.
ketchup robot?
We're getting close,
Yeah.
though.
Have
We're
you
getting
seen the
close.
ketchup robot?
I've seen the
It's-
ketchup
yeah,
the
robot.
one that fucking
It
shoots
fucks the hot dog up.
Have you seen the baby bottle one? And it picks it up and it's all gentle, tips it, and then bam, bam, bam.
That's what I mean. It's like we are still human. We create human shit.
Yeah.
This new movie,
It's up somewhere
it's
else.
too far. It's
too
Transformers.
far.
It's
Yeah.
Michael Bay.
Fucking so sad.
That dude fucked the Ninja Turtles up. He fucked the
He's gonna
Transformers
fuck
up.
my robots.
He's
Oh
gonna
wait,
fuck
no,
your
he's
robots.
not even in this.
But look, he's friends with the dude who did fuck him. I guarantee it.
He's friends with the dude.
But
I guarantee. I'm fucking dead, man.
that's what I'm saying though. Like I just
All I know is that I hate the trailer. And
We're
I'm
gonna
really
go see
sad.
this movie.
We are, and I'm hoping. I think Travis Beacham was one of the original writers on the first one. I think that he's involved in the second one. I hope that he is because he wrote the first one very well.
yeah.
I'm sad that Charlie Hunnam's not in it. I'm sad that Charlie Day is in
Charlie
it.
Day is in it.
He's in it.
He's little. He's squeaky.
Herman Gottlieb is in it. I can't remember the actor's
Chloe's
name.
looking pained. You probably said
Charlie
something wrong.
Hunnam. She's mewing in the
Oh, she's
background.
mewing.
that's why you're complaining.
That's what that
She's
is.
sad because Charlie
Still watch
Hunnam's
more
really
Sons
hot.
of
Anarchy.
Anarchy.
Yeah.
Permission to watch
Yeah, just not when I'm home.
I'm gonna go see the movie, but fuck that trailer.
Yeah,
hey.
no, we'll see the
Cool.
movie. I think it's hard to judge a book by its trailer.
What the fuck is that?
That's the director of the movie.
Who the fuck is that?
Send me
Yeah.
that.
Send that to Josh
Link-
so
link
everyone
that
can
to
see
me
it now.
so that I can
'cause
put that on the
fucking
screen.
spoke about it. The director of the movie is here. He's
It's meant to be secret. I didn't expect Gab to react to
you're
it.
talking and we can hear you.
I looked over and I'm like,
I might have to set up an
happening over
off-camera mic.
You're gonna
Yeah.
need to.
I'll
I
get
don't
a
know what
fourth
the fuck
one
we're
just
gonna
to
need
sit there.
But we're
We'll
gonna go
squeeze
see the
four of
movie.
us.
The trailer looks turd, but at the same time, I mean, Justice League. It could be a good movie. Who fucking knows? We will go check it out.
yeah.
You know, you've seen the first one. You love it. You've seen the first one. She made you liked it.
I enjoyed it.
I've seen the first one. I thought the
Surprisingly.
acting was shit, but I love the fucking robots, and they've fucked those up now too. So hopefully, it's a better movie than what we anticipate. I mean, Power Rangers was half pretty decent.
Power Rangers was
Love
good.
Thank you.
Power Rangers,
Power Rangers
right?
was really
Power
good.
Rangers is
Anyone who
alright.
doesn't think Power Rangers was a good film is an idiot.
I
Come
think,
at me, internet, but not internet
know,
because
man,
you guys
like-
are good.
Okay,
It's one person I'm talking to.
good movie.
You know who you are.
Good movie. Good movie. Yeah, I say. But good movie. Just don't turn into the Megazord at the end. Just needed to look more like a Megazord than the fucking human with robotic body. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good movie. I think if we give it half a chance, it'll be half decent. But we need to overlook the fact that Boyega is the Chris Pratt of this movie.
I think he is going to be really cool just solely based on the fact that I think he's an ace actor. I don't
Yep.
think there needs to be that much hype around him, but the fact that he's Stack of Pentecost's son
Yep.
is enough for me.
That's
So
cool.
I'm
I
keen.
did like that.
I like that.
Can
So-
I ruin the third movie in the series?
Holy
Okay.
fuck.
The
It's
Rock
not
is
even-
gonna come in.
Oh, sweet.
It's going to be the Rock bot and it's going to get in there and it's just
Yeah.
going to be fucking
It's just
like it comes
it's just gonna be people's elbowing everything, and then it's gonna get up and have 2 miniguns on it. It's just gonna be like,
Why don't we
fucking
just
everything
skip
up.
to movie 3 now then?
That's what I'm saying. It's movie 3. I'm just like, it's there.
I have
You know
a
what's
quick
gonna happen?
theory and question.
Give it.
Wasn't there a movie where the Statue of Liberty's head came off in the trailer and it was totally out of proportion for everything and there was uproar on the internet?
Was that Independence Day?
It might...
That was Cloverfield.
Yeah,
Maybe-
it,
no, I
yeah,
think
it was. Yeah.
Cloverfield.
I
actually.
wonder, it's probably too late and too big of a scale of a problem in this movie, but whether they can tweak it on audience reaction.
What do you mean?
Well,
Oh!
having the trailer and everyone going, oh no, the robots are, like,
robots need to be heavier is
yeah.
the outcry coming from
can you
me
make them
predominantly.
feel? Well, I mean,
they
I
need to be
think the
heavier.
internet supports you on that.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you're probably.
Someone tried to fight me on it, and I'm like, motherfucker, don't tell me technology has improved enough to make shit not weigh stuff.
When
you
have
know?
you seen a
Fuck
light
that.
robot?
Yeah, fuck out of here with your light robot.
Especially one that can fly kick.
Don't break physics.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
the number one rule in film.
All right.
Also,
all right.
I mean, Transformers has fucking dinosaur robots in it. Like,
What?
Yeah.
That's
The
true,
Dinobots?
actually.
There's
Yeah,
Dinobots.
there's-
I
yeah,
don't think I've
that's the
seen
thing.
that far.
Next one,
Even I know
the
that.
Rockbot is riding a dinosaur. It's just fucking going out
All right,
there.
you fucks. Let's move on because goddamn, we
This
can talk
has
about this all
gone
day.
off the rails.
We've either really boosted that movie's fucking trailer viewing, or we've just ruined it for the future. But I
Check
feel
out the
like-
trailer and tell us what you think.
Yeah,
I think we
I-
described it in such detail that you don't need to, but just in case we didn't, maybe go check
again.
it out.
Check it
It
again.
was just Dan
I'll
saying
put a link
was
above my
turned
head.
me yelling about fucking robots. God damn it, we're not good. All right, let's talk about one more thing, probably very quickly. Szechuan sauce. Did anybody get it? No, you didn't.
No,
because
because it's in America and we don't get things over here.
All right, so I
little
know that there
island.
is a massive, fucking massive fandom behind this Szechuan sauce thing.
Yeah, the Rick and Morty fan base are the new bronies of the world.
Explain to me,
That's
for people
harsh.
who may not quite know even what Szechuan sauce is.
Szechuan sauce was a special sauce that McDonald's brought out in, I think it was 1998 to celebrate the release of Mulan.
Okay.
And it was basically, Asian style sauce. That
Yep.
You can buy it as a normal sauce though, can't you? Like it exists.
Fucking outside of
It's
McDonald's,
a real
yes.
sauce, yeah. So
It's legit. It
It's
is
just
out
that it
there.
came out
Alright.
with a special
Go to
Happy
your Asian
Meal.
grocer and you can probably fucking buy it. It's probably a different name, but it exists.
Okay.
America had this thing, right?
Mm.
And in Rick and Morty season 3.
3.
Fuck, I had to stop and think. I've had more gin than I thought. Basically, Rick goes on a rant about this Szechuan sauce and how fucking bad he wants it and how bad he wants it back because it was amazing.
Okay.
So the internet, being the internet, scooped it up. They're like, shit, yes, Szechuan sauce. I can't even say it. They're like, McDonald's, make it fucking happen. And they
Yeah.
took to social media, and basically the uproar of everybody who loves Rick and Morty was so loud that McDonald's was like, oh, okay, that sounds like a great publicity idea.
Yeah,
Let's
we can
do
make
it.
money off this.
And little did people know that when McDonald's decided to bring it back for one day, fucking so exclusive, so special, so limited edition. Little did they know it would be 20 packets
There's
Per store.
And
there
not
were
every
6
store.
posters or something.
10
as well.
posters or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And it was a post that I saw from a friend who's over in the States at the moment, Vance. He was like, can you believe this? And I'm like, that's not real. And he's like, go check Twitter. And I checked Twitter and it was fucking real.
There's bullshit.
Queues out the door for 20 sauces, and the queues had been there since 6 a.m. or something.
Hours
But
and
that's when you
hours.
auction the fuck out of some sauce.
Well,
That's what
funny
somebody-
you should say that, actually. Because before they put them in the stores, they had 4 bottles, and I think they sold 2 for charity or something,
Yeah.
or gave them away to somebody. And the last 2 they put up on eBay, and one of them, the last one, got into a bidding war between Deadmau5 and Skrillex.
Oh my god!
And I
Two
can't
of the
remember
most
what
relevant musicians in the
I
world.
can't remember what. Oh, Deadmau5 is a lad.
And I think
He's got a
Skrillex
McLaren
used to be
P1.
Pretty sick.
He's got, he does have a McLaren F1.
Yeah, no, I actually like Deadmau5 as a person more
What
than
do
I
they
do
do?
his music.
What do they do?
They got into a bidding war. Deadmau5 won, but they paid. Christ, I can't even remember the number. I will put it on the screen because it was astronomically large for like a liter bottle of sauce.
And he posted
it came in a those briefcases you
everywhere.
get for expensive memorabilia and stuff. It came in one of those in this just jug of sauce.
And he held it up on Instagram.
Yeah, he put
and
it on Twitter the other day because he was like,
fuck.
Just mocking people.
He was
who
like,
queued
"You're
up.
mad" or some shit. And
Yeah.
I was like,
"You mad, bro?"
Is that fucking real? People lost their shit.
How much did they pay?
Oh, it was a 4-figure, 5 figures, I think.
Somebody
Like,
was outside.
Yeah, I
14
wanted to say
grand.
15 grand, but yeah, 14 sounds about right.
The people who were lining up in the stores were getting, like, the sweet and sour sauce, like little packet things that you
Yeah.
get, the little tubs.
Yeah.
That's what people were lining up for.
They're not even as big as the maple syrup.
Yeah.
And you don't get enough maple syrup.
Maple syrup is fucking amazing.
It's so good.
I
I
wanna
could
drink
drink
that
that
stuff.
shit. Oh my god, get
Oh,
out of
did
my
we
head.
just become best friends?
Oh, yep. There's so much room for activities. So basically, people were pissed and they're like boycotting McDonald's now. And it was
Till
such
next week.
it was such a big fucking.
Look, when
fuss.
you get a craving for a Big Mac, where are you going to go?
You want some fucking hotcakes?
I do want hotcakes.
Guess what?
You want all-day breakfast?
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Does America
Macca's has
have
it.
all-day breakfast?
Sponsor us,
They have
please.
everything over
America,
there.
do you have all-day breakfast?
I feel like they would have had it well before we did. That's probably where the idea was
No, I'm
pioneered.
sure they did, but I mean, like, do you still have it, or is Wendy's the fucking place to go now?
Oh, dude, we went to Wendy's and it was so good.
Mate.
That was one of the best fast food burgers I've ever had.
I
in my
would go
entire
to
life.
Wendy's tomorrow. I'd sell one of my organs.
I would go to America tomorrow.
Hell
to be
yeah.
fair.
Is supersize still a thing, or did they stop doing
No,
that?
no.
No.
I mean, like, for us,
Yeah,
you don't need to ask for supersize.
You
for
get
it
yeah,
to be
because the
medium.
large is already big.
Yeah.
And don't you get free refills and everything?
Yes.
Yeah, so you just get a small anyway.
Because America
Amazing.
knows that the
Because
cost of
the energy was
refills
smart.
is nothing.
Also,
like,
Yeah.
post-mix.
their French fries has the fucking skin on it. and
Holy
it's fucking best shit
Oh,
I've ever
and it's
had.
the old
Good.
oil. It's the old oil. We
Yeah.
have weird oil over here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we changed it because of
Yeah.
the health range
a little while
regulations.
ago, and the chips went weird, and now you don't know the difference.
Australia
because
be fucking shit
you
up.
forget the good times.
Yeah.
Man, what is wrong?
You've
Chloe,
not
get the fuck
tasted-
out! You've never been to
You've
America.
never tasted that shit though.
This is
you
why
don't
they
know what
chopped
it
you
is to
off,
live
other
yet,
limb.
Chloe. You don't know what it is to live yet.
We went
You
over
sit there with your fake oil and your fucking bullshit chips. But you wait until you've experienced the right kind of potato in the right kind of oil.
We're gonna have to have a chip off as well as the nug
wait.
off
You
when we do that.
I'm on Nug Life.
Nug Life.
Maybe nug life next time. We'll
Nug
see.
Life with a Y. It's got to be that. All right, I'm calling it. I'm fucking.
All right.
We talked for so long in the first segment. We talked for so long in this segment.
But
What?
we've got one thing I want to mention.
What?
We're going somewhere soon.
Where?
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
Well, guys, that's all we have time for. I'm sorry that it's come to an end. Remember, if you want to follow us on social media, you can find me at Lucky Bones.
You can find me at Grimbones.
And you can find me at Josh_Florence.
We totally haven't had to do this 6 times.
This
in a
is
row because
not
the
the
camera
fourth.
fucking dies.
Not the 4th time through today.
Definitely not.
Jesus.
Professionalism.
Please subscribe to our channel. I know it's pretty bullshit, but we love doing it each week. We love getting drunk, hanging out, having fun, talking, yelling, being crude, rude. all
Put
those
us
things.
on. Put us on in the background and do all the other shit you do every day.
Do your life stuff.
If you have 2 computer monitors and you like to play PUBG on one, put us on the other one.
That's it. That's how we do. Josh, would you like to contribute? No.
Go watch the Oz Comic Con wrap-up video because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
pretty good too.
It was good.
that
I'll
was
put
quite
another
good.
link above my head if it'll let me.
It had some great music in it. It only got flagged 5 times.
Yeah, legitimate music got flagged.
Oh, man,
GG
we're so
YouTube.
legit. All right, guys. Until next time, we'll take it easy.
See ya.
Bye.